Class 7 Chapter 10 Bank and Simple Interest compiled by Abhishwar Bhansali for the Pacific Coaching Classes near course open for 2022 and 2023. Banks and Simple Interest. There are some formulas which are used in this chapter. These are as principal plus interest is equal to total amount. Amount minus principal is equal to total interest. Interest for T year is equal to I into T. Total interest I is equal to P into T into R divided by 100, where P is equal to principal, T is equal to times in year, and R is equal to rate of interest. Rate of interest means R is equal to total interest into 100, total interest into 100 divided by principal into time, divided by principal into time. Practice set number 40. Question first. If Rihanna deposit the 1500 in the school fund at a 9% per annum, 9% per annum for 2 years, what is the total amount she will get? Solution. Here P is equal to 1500, R is equal to 9 PCPA, percent per annum. T is equal to 2 years. Total interest is equal to I is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Therefore, interest is equal to 1500 into 2 into 9 divided by 100 is equal to 27,000 divided by 100. 0 0 cut. Answer is 270. Total interest is equal to 270. Total amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal 1500 plus 270 is equal to 1770. Therefore, Rihanna will get a total amount of 1770 rupees. Question second. Jethalal took a housing loan of a 2,50,000 from a bank at 10% per annum for the 5 years. What is the yearly interest he must pay and the total amount he returned to the bank? Solution. Here principal is equal to 2,50,000. Rate of interest is equal to 10% per annum. T is equal to 5 years. Therefore, total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100 is equal to I is equal to total interest is equal to 2,50,000 into 10, rate of interest 10, and time is 5 years. Therefore, multiplied by 5. 2,50,000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 5 divided by 100. Therefore, total interest is equal to 1,25 lakh divided by 100 is equal to 1,25,000. Yearly interest is equal to total interest divided by time. 1,25,000 divided by 5 is equal to 25,000 per annum. Total amount to be written is equal to principal plus total interest. Principal 2,50,000 plus 1,25,000 is equal to 3,75,000 rupees. Therefore, yearly interest is rupees 25,000 and Jethalal will have to return the 3,75,000 rupees to the bank. Question third. Shrikant deposit rupees 85,000 for the 2.5 years at a 7% per annum in a saving bank account. What is the total interest he received at the end of the period? Solution. Here P is equal to 85,000, rate of interest is equal to 7%, time is equal to 2 plus half years means 2.5 years. Total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Total interest is equal to 85,000 into 7 into 2.5 divided by 100. Total interest is equal to 1,25,000. 12,50,000 divided by 100. टोटल इंटरेस्ट इज इक्वल टू 12,50,000 डिवायडेड बाय 100. 0 कट झाल्यानंतर इथे राहील 14,875. Therefore, total interest received by the Srikan at the end of the period is 14,875. Question 4th. At a certain rate of interest, the interest after the 4 years on rupees 5,000 principal is at a certain rate of interest, the interest after the 4 years on a 5,000 principal is 1,200. What would be the interest on a rupees 15,000 at the same rate of the interest for the same period? The interest on a rupees 5,000 after 4 year is rupees 1,200. Let us suppose the interest on rupees 15,000 at the same rate after the 4 year is rupees X. Taking the ratio of the interest and principal, we get X upon 15,000 is equal to 1,200 divided by 5,000. Cross multiplication, X is equal to 1,200 into 15,000 divided by 5,000 is equal to 3,600. Therefore, the total interest received on a rupees 15,000 is rupees 3,600. Question 5th. If the Pankaj deposit the 1,50,000 in a bank at a 10 PCPA for 2 years, what is the total amount he will get from the bank? Solution. Here P is equal to 1,50,000, R is equal to 10 PCPA, T is equal to 2 years. Total interest is equal to P into T into R, PTR divided by 100, where 1,50,000 is our principal, rate of interest is equal to 10 and T is equal to 2 years divided by 100, means total interest is equal to 1,50,000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 2 divided by 100 is equal to I is equal to 12,50,000 divided by 100 is equal to 30,000. Total amount is equal to principal plus total interest. 1,50,000 plus 30,000 is equal to 1,80,000. Pankaj will receive rupees 1,80,000 from the bank. Class 7, Chapter 10, Bank and Simple Interest, textual question compiled by Abhishwar Bhansali for the Pacific Coaching Classes near for the year 2022 to 2023. Question first. Observe the entries made in the page of a passbook shown below and answer the following question. First, second, third, fourth and fifth. On 2/2/2016, the amount deposit was the dash rupees and the balance is dash rupees. 2/2/2016, the amount deposited, जमा की गई रकम और amount deposited is equal to 1,500 and total balance is 7,000. On a 12/2/2016, dash rupees were withdrawn by a check number 243,965 and the balance was rupees dash. Third, on a 26/2/2016, the bank paid an interest of rupees dash. The first answer is 1,500, second answer is 7,000. The on a 12/2/2016, rupees dash 3,000 rupees were withdrawn by the check. 12/2/2016, 3,000 rupees were withdrawn by the check number 243,965 and the balance was 9,000. On a 26/2/2016, the bank paid an interest of rupees 135. Question 2. Suvidha borrowed a sum of the rupees 30,000 at a 8% per annum interest for a year from her bank to buy a computer. At the end of the period, she had to pay back an amount of rupees 2,400 over and above what she had borrowed. Based on this information, fill in the blanks. Principal is equal to how many rupees? Principal is equal to 30,000. Rate of interest is equal to 8% per annum. Interest is equal to rupees. How many rupees? Time is equal to dash years. The total amount returned to the bank is equal to 30,000 plus 2,400 is equal to how many rupees? The principal is 30,000, rate of interest is equal to 8%, the interest is equal to 2,400, time period is equal to for a year, means 1 year, and total amount returned to the bank is equal to 32,400. Class 7 Math Chapter 10 Bank and Simple Interest Practice Set 41 compiled by the Abhay Ishwar Bhansali for Pacific Coaching Classes near for the year 2022-2023. Question first. If the interest on a rupees 1,700 is rupees 340 for the 2 years, the rate of interest must be 12%, 15% or 4% or 10%. The rate of interest is 10%. Hint. Total interest is equal to I is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Therefore, rate of interest is equal to total interest into 100 divided by principal into time. Therefore, R is equal to 340 into 100 divided by principal 1,700 into time. Time is 2 years. Therefore, rate of interest is equal to 10%. Question 2. If the interest on the rupees 3,000 is rupees 600 at a certain rate for a certain number of years, what would be the interest on the 1,500 under the same condition? Rupees 300, rupees 1,000, rupees 700 or rupees 500. Solution: rupees 300. Hint: the interest on the 3,000 at a certain rate of interest is rupees 600. Let us suppose the interest on the 1,500 at the same rate is X. 600 divided by 3,000 is equal to X divided by 1,500. Therefore, X is equal to 300. Question 3rd. Javed deposit rupees 12,000 at a 9% per annum in a bank for the some years and withdraw his interest every year. At the end of the period, he had received altogether rupees 17,400. For how many years had he deposited his money? Here P is equal to 12,000, R is equal to 9% per annum, and the amount is equal to 17,400. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. 17,400 is equal to 12,000 plus interest. Therefore, interest is equal to 17,400 minus 12,000 is equal to 5,400. Total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Therefore, 5,400 is equal to 1200 into T into 9 divided by 100. Therefore, T is equal to 5,400 into 100 divided by 12,000 into 9. Therefore, T is equal to 5. Javed had deposited the amount for the 5 years. Question 4th. Lataben borrowed the sum money from the bank at the rate of 10% per annum interest for the 2 plus half years to start a cottage industry. If she paid rupees 10,250 as a total interest, how much money had she borrowed? Here R is equal to 10%, T time is equal to 2.5 years, and I is equal to rate of interest, total interest is equal to 10,250. Total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Therefore 10,250 is equal to P into 10 into 2.5 divided by 100. Therefore P is equal to I into 100. I into 100 divided by R into T, rate of interest into time. 10,250 into 100 divided by 10 into 2.5. इथे 25 आहे. Therefore P is equal to 41,000. Lataben had borrowed an amount of rupees 41,000 from the bank. Question 5th. Fill in the blanks in the table. Principal, rate of interest, time, total interest, amount. 4,200 principal, rate of interest 7%, time is 3 years, total interest we know about how to calculate the total interest and the total amount. Then second example is the 6% rate of interest, time for the 4 years, interest is equal to 1200. Therefore we have to calculate the total amount as well as principal. The third one is the rate of interest is 5%, total interest is equal to 800 rupees. Then calculate the principal plus time and total amount. Third one is the rate of interest is equal to 5% and total interest is equal to 6,000 and the total amount is 18,000. Then calculate the time as well as principal. Fourth one is the 2.5% for year 5 years. Total interest is equal to 2,400. Therefore calculate the total amount. Here the first one is 882. Second one is the 5,082. 5,000 total amount, 5,000 plus 1200 is equal to 6,200. Third example, rupees 8,000 for 2 years, 8,800. 8,000 plus 800 is equal to 8,800. Third one is the 12,000 plus 10 years, answer is 18,000. 19,200, 21,600. Solution. Total interest is equal to I is equal to PTR divided by 100. I is equal to 4,200 into 2 into 7 divided by 100. Therefore rupees 882. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal 4,200 plus 882 is equal to rupees 5,082. Second one is the total interest is equal to PTR divided by 100. Therefore 1200 is equal to P into 4 into 6 divided by 100. Therefore P is equal to 1200 into 100 divided by 4 into 6. Therefore P is equal to 5,000 rupees. Total amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal 5,000, interest 1,200. Total amount is the 6,200. Third one is equal to total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Therefore 800 is equal to 8,000 into time into 5 is divided by 100. Therefore T is equal to 800 into 100 divided by 8,000 into 5. Therefore T is equal to 2 years. Total amount is equal to principal plus interest. Total principal is equal to 8,000 plus 800 rupees interest. Total is equal to 8,800. Fourth one is the amount is equal to principal plus interest. 18,000 is equal to principal plus 6,000. Principal is equal to 12,000. Total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100 is equal to 6000 is equal to 12,000 into T into 5 divided by 100. Therefore, T is equal to 6000 into 100 divided by 12,000 into 5. Therefore, T is equal to 10 years. The fifth one is the R is equal to 2.5% is equal to 2.5%. Total interest is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Therefore, 2400 is equal to P into 2.5 into 5 divided by 100. Therefore, P is equal to 2400 into 100 divided by 2.5 into 5. Therefore, P is equal to rupees 19,200. Total amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal 19,200 plus interest is equal to 2,400. Therefore, total amount is equal to 21,600. In this way we end the chapter. Thank you.